Hello there, this is a video presentation on detection and prevention of Android security threats presented by Bhagat Singham and Abhinav Jain. The smartphone market grew enormously over the last 5 years and the mobile malware evolved rapidly too. Right now there are over 450k apps in Android market whereas there were less than 100k in 2010. This makes it the fastest growing software market overall. With the rise in new apps, the number of malware increased as well. Rise in Android malware. As we can see from this graph, Android malware attack is increasing exponentially in today's world from August 2010 to July 2012. Android malware ecosystem. Information stealers. Android malware exploits the personal information about the user. That is, it steals the user's information. SMS senders. It also sends SMS which could be the subscription SMS unknowingly. Phishing. Android malware also uses phishing through which users' financial as well as banking details are leaked. Privilege escalation exploits. It also exploits users' privileges for its own benefits. Android attacks. There are various Android attacks. Some of them are malware attacks, USSD attacks, Android SSL, TLS woes, and Android NFC vulnerabilities. In malware attacks, malicious software is programmed to interrupt the Android operation and affect the working of the device. This attack enables the hackers to erase and transfer the details available in the user's phone. In USSD attack, Android exploit relies on a protocol built into most phones called USSD. This attack can wipe data on Android devices remotely and can also be used to disable SIM cards. The top 5 Android malware detected in the world are Android PJAppC. These are apps which have been cracked using publicly available tools. Most commonly, these are paid apps that have been hacked. They are not necessarily always malicious but are very likely to be illegal. Android Breach C. This malware uses privilege escalation exploit to elevate its privileges and install additional malicious apps. It uses HTTP to communicate with the central server and leak potentially identifiable information. Android Battery DA. This malware apps falsely claims to save battery life on Android device but actually sends potentially identifiable information to the server using HTTP and aggressively displays adverts. Android Generic S. This malware exploits the user's privileges. Android Doctorship A. It allows the hackers to hijack Twitter, Facebook sessions. How to protect yourself from Android malware attacks. Users should always check for the permissions that an app is asking for. Never give very high security permissions to apps without checking about their history. Avoid downloading apps from outside of the Google Play. It exposes you in front of the dangerous black market of apps which are mostly developed to exploit the Android smartphones. If you have any doubts on any app and you think it is stealing information from you, either report it to Android security team or if you are good at programming then reverse the .apk file of that app. Now you can know what code did it had in it. Do not open messages from unknown senders. Do not click on any links and don't reply to suspicious emails or text messages from unfamiliar parties. Don't even respond with a request to stop sending messages. This may confirm that a spammer has reached a valid address. Completely delete spam messages. If you click on questionable links or messages and you have a virus scan feature on your phone, run a full scan immediately. Review the app before downloading. Before we download any software for installing in our Android smartphones, we must do some research on the application itself by going through online reviews. This will be helpful to know whether the app you are downloading is not giving problem to other users. These steps can be tedious sometimes, but after all, it's your own phone's protection and you won't hesitate doing it. Anti-malware softwares. So the promising way to protect your Android devices from malware would be using anti-malware softwares which offers protection against trojans, swarms, spywares and other malwares which has features like theft protection, installed app protection, on access on demand scan, permission viewer, etc. Some of the anti-malware softwares available in the market are Avast, Dr. Web, McAfee, etc. The remaining part of the video presentation will be explained by my friend Abhinav Jain. Thank you.
Thank you, Sangam. How to stop USSD TEL attack? To stop the USSD TEL attack, Teleshop app available on Android market is used. Once this app is installed, it will detect any malicious software in the device and will warn the user and prevent him from getting attacked. How to protect Android smartphones from cyber attacks? Patch your systems frequently. Because of the openness of the Android systems, flaws are quickly identified and patched by the phone's manufacturer. End users should keep a close watch on the release of such software updates and apply them as quickly as possible. Install security software. Just like your home computer, an Android One user should lead software that protect the device from malicious activities. Example on malware analysis. To start with the malware analysis procedure, we will first download a sample Android malware. For this example, we will use iCalendar.apk. Stage 2. In this stage, we will extract the iCalendar.apk file using WinZip to view the contents of the .apk file. Here we see the .dex and the .xml file also. Stage 3. In this stage, we will be using dex.jar tool. Dex2jar toolkit converts the Dalvik executable .dex files into the java.class files. We will drop the classes.dex file from our application into the dex.jars directory and perform the conversion using the command dex2jar.bat classes.dex. Stage 4. In this stage, to see the readable format of the class files, we make use of GDGUI. It opens the classes.dex.dex2jar.jar file using GDGUI. This gives us a systematic view of the complete source code of the app. Stage 5. With the source code in front of us, we perform the actual analysis of the code. In the process of inspection, we find the class smsReceiver.class. With that, we find that this class contains three numbers, like there is an attempt to block any messages from these numbers coming to the Android mobile device that has this application installed and running. After Googling, we found that these numbers belong to China Mobile. Another suspicious thing we noticed is show IMG function. Once there are 5 clicks, there is a call to a function send SMS. Stage 6. We see that when the send SMS is called, a SMS is sent to the number with the text 921x1. It is also seen that the send SMS function is called only once and never again, so that the victim has no suspicion on what caused the SMS charges to him. Therefore, as the Android is an open source operating system, hence the user should install the applications carefully. Thank you.